Alrighty folks, let's dive into this story, shall we? This took place in 2013 with the League family. Now, Michael League was 69 himself and he had two children, Dennis, which was 46, and Danielle, that was 43. Now, both of them were drug addicts and alcoholics. Danielle was actually prone to schizophrenic breakdowns every here and there as well, and Michael continuously paid for rehab and mental facilities in hopes that he would just one day see his children flourish. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. These two were extremely abusive to him and his wife, their mother and father. They verbally, physically, and mentally just put these two through the ringer. They would steal prescription pills, they drained their bank accounts, and then they would come home and beg for more. This was no happy-go-lucky family, and in fact, the police were actually well aware of it. They were called to the home over 167 times before this incident actually took place. Like I said, a history of drug abuse and alcoholism ran between these two, and all their father wanted to see were them to make it. So eventually, they're both living back at home, as well as Michael's grandkids. They were 6 and 7 at the time, and at the time Danielle's children were actually staying at a motel up the street. So this phone call takes place after a 3-day vacation Michael and his wife had out in Ocean Shores, which is about 100 miles west of where we are. They took 3 days off and they came home to pretty much the police saying, hey, we had a huge incident at your house. Danielle was trying to stab Dennis. They got into a huge scuffle, and she was using a knife on her brother. And at this point, Michael snaps, and he says, you know what? We're gonna have to stop the demons somehow. So he waits for everybody to go to sleep. The grandchildren are upstairs with their grandmother. Dennis and Danielle are downstairs sleeping. He says, let's take care of this once and for all. And he grabs his pistol and a pillow. He didn't want to wake the children up, and he didn't want to wake his wife up. So what he did was he put a pillow over his son's head and shot Dennis, and did the same to Danielle. And unfortunately, they did not die instantly. Danielle died 4 or 5 hours after the incident, which she laid suffering on the couch. And Dennis survived 4 days in the hospital before actually succumbing to his injuries. So unfortunately, this was not quick, and this was not the best way to go about it. After this took place, he called 911 and pretty much contemplated turning the gun on himself or turning himself in, which luckily for him and his family, he got one hell of a 911 operator who treated him like a human being. So let's go ahead and roll that real quick.
911.
Yeah, I just
Do you need medical aid or
committed
police?
the father's worst
You what?
sin. I just committed a father's worst sin.
Okay.
I just shot my daughter in the head and my son in the head.
Okay, what is your address?
I had to put them out of their misery.
Okay, where are you at,
Get rid
sir?
of their demons, and I'm going to have to shoot myself.
Okay, sir, are you armed?
I can't hear you.
Well, I need your address, please.
Just a minute.
Sir, what is your address? Can you hear me?
Yes. Southeast.
Okay, what? Do you have a weapon?
Yeah.
Do you have the gun now?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's all because of alcohol and drugs.
You're in.
Ordinance. Family apart.
Okay. Is
My son has two little boys upstairs sleeping. My wife is asleep.
okay, so there's more people in the residence?
Yes, they're asleep.
And you said that there's children in the residence?
Yes, two. My son's little boys.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Mike.
Michael, what's your last name?
League.
Okay, Michael. Is your son and daughter, are they deceased?
Beg your pardon?
Okay.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You said you've been drinking tonight?
No, not me. And my wife and I had a good marriage for 48 years. It's our kids and our grandkids, the older grandkids, are the ones been doing the drugs and the drinking.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, Michael.
Oh, Jesus, for years we've been, my wife and I have been suffering with depression and anxiety.
Hold on one second, Michael, for me. Stay on the line. I don't want you to hang up. Okay, Michael, what room are you in right now?
God, forgive me, I'm in the kitchen.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you. What room are you in right now?
I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. I'm going to have to shoot myself.
No, I'm asking you, Michael, I'm asking you if you can put the gun down for me.
The guy set the gun down.
You're setting the gun down?
The gun set down, yes.
Okay. What kind of gun do you have?
I can't take this anymore. My wife and I went away for 3 days. We come back Friday, and the cops had been called. I guess my daughter had tried to attack my son with a knife, and he hit her, and the cops were there.
Okay.
And my daughter's two sons are staying at the.
Okay.
He's at a motel down the street. Oh God!
I just want to make sure you.
My wife is about ready to have a nervous breakdown.
Well, we're gonna get somebody that can. I'm gonna get somebody that can talk to you and maybe get you some help. Okay. I just want to make sure that you said that you did put the gun down.
No, I gotta shoot myself before they get here.
No, Michael, I'm asking you that you don't do that. I'm asking that you just stay on the phone with me and talk to me.
My kids, oh God,
What kind of gun do you have?
It's a Ruger. Semi-automatic, 22.
Have you picked it? Do you have it again?
Huh?
Do you have the firearm again?
Yeah, it's sitting right here by me.
But it's set down, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The cops have been here so many times. My grandkids and stole brothers.
Are your grandkids in the residence? That's the two children you were talking about?
No, they're just little boys. They're like 6 and 7. Oh, they're sleeping upstairs. Put my wife is asleep.
Okay.
Oh my God. At least I got rid of their demon thing.
Okay.
Oh God, I don't know. I'm gonna have to shoot myself.
Okay, Michael, I don't want you to do that though. I want you to stay on the line and I want you to talk with me, okay? And I'm going to see if we can get you some help.
I can hear my son moaning. I'm probably going to have to go shoot it again.
No,
I got to
Michael.
pull him out of his misery. Oh, my God.
Okay, so do you think that he's still breathing?
Yes, I think he is. Oh, God.
What room is he in?
He's in the living room. He's on the couch, and my daughter's upstairs in his bedroom. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you have a cordless phone, Michael?
I have a what?
Are you on a cordless phone right now talking with me?
Cordless line. I'm on a regular telephone.
You're on a telephone. It's not a cordless phone. You can't.
Yes, it's a cordless.
It is a cordless phone.
Yeah.
So you're able. Are you still in the
Oh
kitchen?
my God! Get some ambulances here.
Okay.
Here. The door's unlocked.
Is it okay?
Oh my God!
The front door is unlocked.
Front door's unlocked, but I don't have to shoot myself.
No, Michael, I want you to.
There's too many years. It's just going on and on.
I don't want you to harm yourself. I want you to stay on the line and talk with me, okay? Michael, I'm going to give you some. Michael, I'm going to give you.
I hate it.
Okay, Michael, I'm going to give you some instructions that I want you to listen to, okay? I want to make sure that you have the gun and you set it down. Or you set the gun down, okay? And then I want you to go. I want you to go out front because there's officers there that are going to talk to you, okay? And then we can get some help that you need, okay? And get your son some help. Can you do that for me?
I want to die, but I want to die.
Michael, can you do that for me? Can you go to the front door, make sure you don't have the gun in your hand, and go contact the officers at the front?
I will.
Are you going to the front door now?
I had to put my jacket on. I'm shaking like a leaf.
Okay, so you're going to put your jacket on? I want to make sure that you have nothing in your hands, okay?
Yes. Yes.
Let me know when you're going to the front door so I can let them know too.
Okay.
Okay, are you going to...
The gun's sitting on the counter here in the kitchen.
Okay, the gun is on the counter. Okay, that's good. Are you going to the front door now?
Yeah, I'm walking to the front door now.
He's walking to the front door?
I gotta get something. My nose is running like crazy. I gotta find something.
Okay.
I gotta find something.
We'll get you something for that. First, I want you to go to the front door like you were doing. Okay.
I gotta use some toilet paper.
Are you still going to the front door?
We tried to get help for her. We tried to get help for her. Little boys, they need counseling so bad.
Are you going to the front door, Michael?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. Where are you at now?
I have no weapon on me. I have no weapon on me. I have no weapon on me.
Okay.
Yes, no.
Let me know when you're at the front door, okay?
Okay, I'm at the front door.
He's at the front door. Do what the police say, okay?
Obviously that was the 911 audio, and rather disturbing, very unfortunate. But after all the proceedings and court hearings and whatnot, he had so many family and friends, even the grandchildren came out and spoke on his behalf in his defense. The grandchildren were actually on record stating, my father was a very angry drunk, and he was a very weird one. One day he would be their father, the other day he would be a very aggressive stranger that abused them. So the judge took everything into consideration when sentencing them, and even though the prosecutor requested 32 years in prison for this 69-year-old man, he showed mercy after listening to all of them. They ended up giving him 2 5-year sentences to run concurrently, and pretty much the possibility of being out in 3 on good behavior, and that was in 2013. So this just goes to show, what a man is capable of after being pushed past that breaking point and having to endure so much over the years. Either way, that is the story of the League family and Michael League himself. If you guys enjoyed this video in any sense, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. This was actually rather hard for me to film because I am terrible at public speaking, and even though this isn't public speaking, I am still standing here pretending I'm talking to all you guys. So hopefully this was edited somewhat smoothly, and as horrific of a story as it was, you guys were entertained. Like I said, this is something I want to continue to do in the future. So if you have any stories you'd like me to, dive into and investigate, let me know down in the comments below. There are a handful of very local stories that I'd like to cover first, but at the same time, if anything pops out to me, I might just dive headfirst into it and record that next. So either way, guys, thank you once again for tuning in. I greatly appreciate all the support. And yeah, there we go, man. My first ever true crime storytelling. Have a wonderful day, guys, and stay safe out there.